Okay, everyone, and I can't say whether this will be the actual last episode of 6 Days of Sacrifice, but we are on day 6, and it is July 28th, AD 2189. Last episode, we took the role of Malcolm Somerset, the son of John Somerset, and the murderer of John Somerset. We escaped from the insane asylum that Malcolm had been imprisoned within, and through a complex series of what the fuck, it appears that he ended up becoming the new guide, a caretaker, shucking his physical form and gaining a whole set of fucking powers. But it appears that he is doing nothing but trying to facilitate destiny. Now this fucking threatens to create whole paradoxical bullshit of past, present, and future warping together in a clusterfuck of So, we're going to suspend disbelief as much as we can here, at least until the end of the video. Not the end of the video, but at least the end of whenever I play. Which I will give a review of everything that's been brewing on in my head. But for now, let's continue. Goodbye, Janine. Let's go ahead and grab this. I'll add it to my journal. Freehorn's blade is one of the Order's most sacred relics. This has nothing to do with Theodore de Cobb, and I presume it explains what the fuck just happened. It is said to have been used by the 18th century prophet Jack Freehorn himself to deliver the 12 sacrifices that enabled him to write the books of Jizzo. When a person dies, their body, mind, and soul separate and drift apart. An individual killed by Freehorn's blade, however, separates differently. They leave their body behind, while the mind and soul remain together. This results in a non-corporeal spirit of unusual ability, capable of strong manifestations, but they remain forever under the command of the one who wielded the blade. An individual can exploit a loophole in these rules by killing themselves with Freehorn's blade, which would theoretically transform them into an immensely powerful spirit, a magic-infused force of pure will. None, however, have yet chanced this. I think I would, folks. Although that whole being enslaved in Destiny bit probably wouldn't be that cool, but we shuck the physical form, we become pure of power there, mind and spirit, that'd totally be me, right? Right. So, apparently we are heading towards John Defoe's place, and we're going to use an army of Trilby clones to save the day. I have eyes. That's cool. Apparently my eyes have moved down. And it appears this entire place has completely gone to hell. Just like my channel did. I don't think I wrote father as creepily as John Defoe did, though. Or Not a Man. Or 287. Well, it doesn't appear that I can use some of these doors anymore, like that storage area. It is dead, apparently. Can I do anything more? Curious to see if this door opens. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I should go poking around elsewhere. Let's just head straight there, folks. Straight to the place. With the things and the people. Does not appear like there's any death options here. It will fucking tell a narrative. In that case, I'm not sure whether it seems like a game, but we're just going to ignore that and move on with everything. Will you three come with me into the hub? If that is what you order. We do only as we are told. How many of you are there? We don't know. When any of us fall, another comes here to take our place. So if you die, I can come back here, and there'll be more of you? Until there are no more. Personally, I'm in no hurry to die. Come on. I have a really bad feeling about this. And again, a music remix. Most interesting. I'll add it to my journal. Lich. A kind of undead sorcerer, granted immortality by removing their soul from their body and placing it in a external object a phylactery. I certainly do know a lot about liches, folks. The lich's body is indestructible. It can still be stretched, twisted, and made to feel pain, but only damage to their soul artifact will cause permanent damage. Like Kabadoth, Wraith, servant of a lich, a dead life form whose soul is placed post-mortem in a small part of the lich's soul artifact, making them subservient. Wraiths are non-corporeal, and like all ghosts can exert influence over the environments and objects to which they are tied. It should be noted that the Wraith's influence and manifestations become increasingly wild and uncontrolled. Its soul is separated from its mind. This is John Defoe, and he is fucking losing his mind, as his soul has been ejected into the coldest space. I've got a feeling that these guys are going to be like bodyguards for me. And Trilby clones means that the primary, the protagonist of the series is like cannon fodder, I'm thinking here. If I can always go back and there'll be more Trilbies. Well, let's just actually get on with playing, folks. Yeah. Well, a machete, an imaginary one all the same, because it's in his mind. It's in John Defoe's brain. So yeah, what, like every time I do a room shift? It's a big stained machete. Okay. Okay, no, this place is a safe place. Can I get another Trilby? Replacement Trilby? Another Trilby Gola? I sure can. Let's go ahead and head up the staircase, and I presume I will save. That's lovely. Really didn't need to see that. Okay, so let's go ahead and head in here then. Yep. Kabadoth is just magically appearing and executing Trilbies left and right, and they're just following along blankly. Considering that... I know that they all have, like, amnesia and don't remember any of his skills or abilities, but... I guess you can't really expect Trilby to put up that much of a fight from the fucking prince anyway. Why is there no kick demon option in this game? Come on, folks. Come on. And with no Trilbies around, John Defoe is beginning to... Yeah. Out of curiosity, what happens if I... that? Okie dokie! And there's no actual death. I just wake up from it like it was a dream. Because it was destiny, I can't escape it. So my character can't actually die, I presume. Since I know that this was the way to the basement, where I presume the conflict must take place, we go ahead and head up here. It's just... and they just stand around doing nothing. It hurts. I presume that's because it's Roderick's, Defoe's bedroom. Yeah. Larry made an avatar for me, which I'm gonna use in the Voltron army. It has my portrait here in this little mirror thing. It's from 5 Days of Stranger. The entire outfit now, and it hurts. The entire outfit hurts, apparently, folks. Why is he killing the Trilbies? It's like he wants John Defoe to go crazy and leak out, and... who knows. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some more Trilbies there. Let's see, I've lost 1, 4, 7... I've lost 7 Trilbies so far, and if all these guys get killed, I will have... yeah. 10 Trilby clones would have died this video. That's nice. So sorry, Trilby. Fucking executioner there. Fucking executioner. Presume that I'm going to try to go through this door, and the game will tell me that it hurts. Yep. I use the outfit, and that allows me through. The final Trilby dies, and... Father, it hurts. Should've. Father, killed you. God, gotta shut up. This looks oddly and suspiciously like I've seen this before, though. I'm not gonna say anything more, though. Defoe Manor. You're the last one? I think so. The others all went into the house. They never came out. Does that mean anything to you? Does that spark any memories? I think the others were killed, all 10 of them. When I think that, images start to flash before my eyes. Defoe Manor being here feels wrong. I think it's supposed to have been destroyed. In what way destroyed? Fire. It's supposed to have been burnt down. Perhaps you should address this inconsistency. Yes. How? I can show you where to get some petrol. What? Okay, so... I feel disconnected, like I'm looking down on myself from outside. I can't see anything, especially not through the smoked visor. I can hardly move. Where the hell am I? It's moving. What? That was the scene at the... What? That was the scene at the end of 7 Days of Skeptic! Ah! Okay, so the prince was there, and he was doing something interesting. That's great. I'm going to casually save the game again. Looks like a large cuboid object covered in that. I don't think it belongs here. Okay, let's go ahead and mess around with it. There's some kind of document lying on it. I'll add it to my journal. Children of the King, rejoice, for the time is finally at hand. Our patience these last few centuries will finally be rewarded. 200 years ago, the body of the Bridgekeeper was destroyed. 200 years from now, the soul of the Bridgekeeper will meet the same fate. The years keep changing. These are known as bridge events. Their significance was so great that they sent ripples of weakness through the timeline itself, echoing off into both the past and future. On the 28th of July, 2189, the ripples from the past will collide with the ripples from the future, creating an area of extreme weakness between the two realms. If the third bridge event, the destruction of the mind, occurs at this point, the force of the explosion will penetrate that area of weakness and form the bridge between the realms. Over this bridge, the king, Chizo, will come. He will come to save us and all the men of technology from sin. We must, however, be alive to enjoy this new age of perfect purity, and so it is important that the complex and ophthalmology building be evacuated at least 1 week prior to the bridge event. So it seems that, I never looked at my journal. Yeah. It seems that, Canning was meant to die there, folks. Wait. It's a bomb! Somebody should have busted the bomb, Kabadoth! There's enough nano-explosive here to atomize the county. It's a time detonator hooked up to a huge pile of super dense nano-explosive. I read about this stuff like a nuclear blast without the radiation, and all it needs is a little heat to set it off. Why would Captain... I don't know. Nothing for it, I've got to try and disarm. Wait a second. This bomb's already been defused. What? The wiring under the control panel has been ruined. As long as it's not damaged, this thing is going to explode.
It's a trap! It's a trap! It's a trap!
I guess Kapitov disarmed the bomb? Meaning that he doesn't want John Defoe's mind to be destroyed. Meaning that he doesn't want the bridge to be formed. We must descend? / Miriam. Is he dissenting from Chizot? The arrogant man? Kabadov? Well, I guess it's time for us to escape now. Uh-oh. You guys remember Trilby going to set that thing on fire with some petrol? Yeah, I heard the flame noises there. No damage, huh? For what it is worth, I am sorry this will be occurring to Theodore de Cobb. A lamentable, protagonist, who's been completely screwed this entire fucking game. Six days later. ... You're watching UCBC News. Investigation continues into the circumstances that resulted in a nano-explosive detonation in the county of Buckinghamshire 6 days ago. The blast completely demolished the ophthalmology building, which had been purposely evacuated beforehand, and several lead ophthalmologists are being held for questioning. Although the detonation has not yet been found to have caused any loss of life, 2 individuals last seen in the area have been reported missing. Seriously? No deaths? Nobody lived nearby? And environmentalists are already calling this the biggest ecological disaster in the entire history of the country. The investigation continues. We know a few people lost their lives. Still, that's what happened to Chizot. As an avatar of destiny, I cannot judge. I cannot afford to question events, only encourage them to take place as history demands. And yet, I wonder why the Order of Blessed Agonies expected Chizot to enter this universe. After all, a creature so dependent on magic could not possibly survive in a world where there is none. The prophecies were wrong. Freehorn, the Order, the tall man himself, all deliberately misled by the pain elemental. But why? For what purpose was the bridge really constructed? It was open for mere seconds. Nothing came through from the ethereal realm. So did Chizot's plan simply fail? Or was it his intention not to send, but to receive? None of this matters. I led de Cobb to destiny demanded of him by the timeline. Now I must wait. 2 centuries from now, my younger self will require my guidance. The eternal cycle must be set in motion again. And while I do not judge, and feel no regret, I find that I do not relish this task. But I do, folks. next time.